Okay, today we're going to be writing an equation to represent a proportional relationship. Now, if you've done constant proportionality, this should seem very similar, and it's really not all that hard. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to be able to look at this graph. And as we look at it, we want to find the constant of proportionality. Remember that k equals y divided by x. So we just have to find a couple of spots and make sure that, hey, this works. So my first one I'm going to look at is I'm going to do 10 over 5. Now don't forget, we want to recognize the meaning of this. It's how many dollars are collected for how many tickets sold. So we have $10 for every 5 tickets sold. So how much is it per ticket? Well, you just do some simple division there and you'll find out that it's $2 per ticket. So our constant of proportionality is 2. Now how do we write that in a formula? Well, remember, if something's directly proportional, we can just simply write y equals 2 times x. Y equals our constant times x. If we try it out, it should work. So if we go to 15 and put that in here, 15 times 2 should end up being 30. And that's exactly where we're at. Okay, let's look at another example just to make sure. Now know you can do this from just about anything. You don't have to do it just from a graph. You can do it from a table. Really doesn't matter. So let's look at this one and see if we can't find a couple of points for our k. Okay, let's look at this one. Well, I'm just going to go up the line until I find a point that intersects both lines, and that appears to be right here. So this graph is saying the number of US dollars versus the number of euros. Well, in this case, it's 4 US dollars over 3 euros. So for every 4 dollars you have from the United States, you would get 3 euros. So here's what the formula says to do. We know what k is, so y equals 4/3 x. In this case, x is our number of euros and y is the number of dollars. Well, if that's true, if we put a 6 in here, we should get $8. So if we give them 6 euros, we should end up with $8, and that's exactly what happens. So it's really easy to do. Find the constant of proportionality and just put it in the form y equals kx, where k is the constant.